So let's go over Half-Life. I've been making 2 videos on it so far. I'm gonna try and do the whole series. Um, right now I'm gonna do the whole game. I'm gonna go from start to finish. I'm doing it on medium difficulty because I thought easy would be to just it would just be the bad option, and hard is actually for Half-Life it's incredibly hard. But I might do it for the later versions since those versions seem to be not, I mean, I can't promise anything though. I think making medium is more a me difficulty in some way. But anyway, on to Half-Life. But this is the 1998, the first ever thing that Valve made, and the first ever installment into the Half-Life series. And it was amazing. I think it won like 50 Game of the Year or something along those lines. And it's probably one of the best like Half-Life games, considering it was good for its time in 1998. Had real life graphics, as you can tell from the RTX graphics in 1998, and it was made in 1998, so that means it's already ahead of its time, considering it's made in 1998. But if we have a look here at Half-Life, I'm not gonna lie, Half-Life was pretty rough in some areas. I mean, obviously it's gonna be rough. It's old, but I feel like gaming now is definitely advanced. Like you got giant screens that nobody can pay for. You got cool, colourful keyboards, colourful mouses, rainbow fans for goodness sake. But back then you didn't really have that or that. You had like a white computer, a really like basic TV like screen, and a keyboard that looks like it just came out of a junkyard. And basically that's all that could really run Half-Life then, and even then it'll probably run at 30 frames per second and be in 144p quality. But it was still a good game for its time. Yet I don't know how people didn't find all the bugs that we find now. I'm guessing since gaming is advanced and since the game gets older, more and more bugs are going to come in and just kind of ruin the game a bit. But I mean, you shouldn't be able to find as many bugs on a first playthrough, unless you're playing Half-Life Source. But we'll get into that whenever we get around to playing that version. Because I brought all the games when they're on sale, because I'm a cheapskate. I brought Half-Life, Opposing Force, Blue Shift, Half-Life Source, which I'm scared, because I didn't intend to buy that, but I might as well buy it for the lols. We got Half-Life 2 and Lost Coast, because I think they come together. Episode 1 and Episode 2. And that's all the ones I'm going to be playing if I get around to playing them. And I'll definitely be playing, making more of these audios surrounding like my thoughts on the games, but I can't really. I keep saying this, but I can't really say anything because I'm not sure. I might make a promise and I'll just completely forget it like 5 seconds later, and I'll never do it. And then 30 years later, I'll remember. Whoa, I should have done that. Oh well, I'll just forget about it anyway. So, well, I'm just happy that I've been able to play this game that I actually laid to rest, because I think a couple of years ago, or like 1 year ago, I can't really remember how long it was. I'm gonna look at my phone. I played the Half-Life version. Played the Half-Life games. I think it was only Half-Life 1, and I made like 5 parts on it, but I do not know when I did it, so I'm going to attempt to find that now. Oh yes, it was in Season 3. I made 5 parts on Half-Life, and I think I got up to the one with the gargantuan no, that's a Nautica. What was it? It was the big robot guy with the fire, like one thing that does fire and like shoots red stuff. I'm not sure what the chapter was called though. There's one where you have to like restore power, and there's before on a rail. I think it's like, no, it's not registry processing. I don't know. I'll look it up later and I'll probably remember. But that's like what I got to, and I think I'm not even sure what happened to Half-Life. I think I just kind of stopped playing it. because I thought it wasn't doing good. I mean, it did do good in my terms. It got like 20-ish views every episode, or like at least over 10 views every episode. So that was pretty good for my standards back then. But nowadays it just kind of sucks now. I mean, it kind of sucks in views because like many Half-Life things. I mean, they get like thousands of views. Not now though. They're getting less and less views. I mean, that people are more focused on newer installments like Half-Life Alyx. People still talk about Half-Life 2 since some people are like making like little kind of fact things about it. I think there was one guy, I forgot his name, but he did like a little Half-Life 2 facts thing. So Half-Life 2 and beyond still does get recognition, but I think the older Half-Life games have been losing popularity in some points. I mean, it still does get videos made on it, but it's losing popularity in terms of just, you know, it doesn't get noticed anymore, or noticed as much as it used to, which is kind of sad because I like what you call it? I like Half-Life as a whole series. It's really influential, and it's amazing. I mean, if they have spare time, by the way, they could, you know, fix Half-Life Source. I don't really want to spend my time downloading Trojans just to try and get Half-Life Source to start working. So that'd be nice. And also it saves a lot of people time going onto those external websites and trying to well, I mean, it's ModDB, I think, so it's not really an external website, but it saves people downloading stuff from their computer just to try and get something to work, which I might do for Half-Life Source. But I might put a poll up when I get around to Half-Life Source to see what people think, if I should play the horror version or if I should play the normal version that was, you know, on release, because that's the fixed version. I might even play both if I feel like it, so that'll be a nice torment to go through during that one chapter. But it's yeah, I can't wait to get around to doing that. That'll be lovely. Half-Life, great franchise, but Half-Life Source is so bad.